If you're familiar with the self-improvement space, you've probably heard the term monk mode. It's when you focus intensely on a singular goal or thing, neglecting basically everything else in your life except for that one thing. And you can have nothing enjoyable, nothing. You have to suffer. Does this sound, it sounds a bit odd to me, especially when self-improvement and personal growth is like a holistic thing, right? And while it sounds like it could accelerate your progress and, with studying for an exam or getting fit or starting a business, right? The reality is that it's not as effective as you would think. And it is more likely to leave you lonely, depressed, and frustrated. Why, you might ask? Well, because of 3 reasons in particular. First of all, burnout. If you're working on one thing for hours every day, constantly, you're working very, very hard and you have no pleasure, no rewards, no dopamine, essentially, except for that thing, you're going to end up hating that thing. You're going to end up not wanting to do that thing every day. You're going to end up waking up and being like, fuck, I really don't want to do that, right? I don't know if this is just like a recipe for how to learn how to hate something, right? Because personally, I don't want to start something and then grow to hate it, expecting to make progress in that area, because that would be wasted. If I make progress in that area and I end up fucking hating it, I'm not going to want to continue to make progress in that area. So that's the first problem I have with it. And I know this from experience. I've tried monk mode several times, and again, it just leaves me lonely, depressed, and frustrated, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up hating what you are doing and working on, and you're going to lose friends, you're going to look like a weirdo, you're going to lose connections with people that you love, and it's just not a recipe for holistic personal growth. The second problem is that it basically forces you to isolate yourself, right? Essentially monk mode is sitting in your room all day on your computer, working on like your e-commerce brand or whatever. I don't know, whatever business you want to start. But then you ask yourself, wait, does that mean I never get to like go outside? No, okay, you get to go outside, but for like 5 minutes, and then you have to come back inside and start working again. It sounds fucking miserable to me. And it was miserable. And what ended up happening is I thought I had to work all of the time. And so I turned down friends. I turned down women. Like I wasn't going on dates. I ended up being super lonely, super isolated, and my life was just worse off. And honestly, any progress that I made was not worth the consequences. And frankly, you don't need to go monk mode to make progress in an area fast, right? I think all it really takes is dedication, structure, consistency, and not like these 3-month periods of time where you become a monk and neglect all of society, right? I think that this is first of all, it's too extreme, and it ends up, like I said, leaving you lonely, the second one, right? Depressed and frustrated. That's right. And while this last point may seem like a very unpopular opinion when it comes to like self-improvement circles or the manosphere, whatever you want to call it, balance, I think, is actually very important. I don't think that you should be killing yourself every day to achieve something if it leads you to burnout, not enjoy that thing, and live a worse life for it because you are not going on adventures, you are not having fun experiences, you are not making social connection. These are all of the things that make life enjoyable, right? Success in a certain area also makes life enjoyable. But if you neglect everything else, you're not gonna like your life. At least I didn't. Maybe you might say I haven't achieved the amount of success that is necessary to reach that level of happiness. But frankly, you all hear like money doesn't buy happiness, right? And I really think that's true. If you are a millionaire, but you're completely alone because you were stuck in your room all day and you don't know how to talk to women and you don't have any friends because you told them to fuck off, I don't think you're going to be happy, right? I think it takes balance. I think you need to go and socialize. I think you need to go out. I think you need to learn how to talk to people, talk to women, network, right? These are, in the end, going to make you happier, and they're probably going to make you more successful in your endeavors. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Peace out.